Hi there, I'm Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews, and welcome to the Digimon Adventure Tri Roundtable discussion. Now, I am well aware that I was supposed to do the one for Taichi Yagami. That discussion, the audio got lost when my computer reformatted, so I'm gonna have to reschedule that one. And I know I was gonna do one with Rarity, but thanks to a certain incident, that's never gonna happen. Don't ask, don't PM me about it. So I'm here joined with two good friends of mine who have seen the show, seen a few of the episodes of the new stuff, and I gotta say, it's quite fun to be meeting these two. And so, if one of you could take it, fellas, up next is my good friend
UnovaBrony over here. How you doing, guys? Ladies and gentle colts, welcome to the show!
Oh, we're already off to a good start. And the one and only
MisAnthroPony, over and out. No, I'm not gonna leave, I'm gonna stay right here. Oh, we're in for a fun night.
We're in for a ride already, folks.
Actually,
now that I think about it, UnovaBrony.
What is it?
What? A Pokemon fan happens to be here. This is great. Now I know the feud's gonna start up on my channel.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, me bringing on my Pokemon-ness. I mean, after all, there is the greatness of the Mystery Dungeon franchise. Yeah.
May I point out that red loss?
Excuse me? I'm sorry, but who hasn't had, like, a recent anime adaptation, you know? I mean, like, a continuous anime, you know? I mean, like, aside from the Digimon Adventure Tri stuff, the last time your series came out was, I don't know, Cross Hunters.
Alright. We got a little bit of that feud. So, I watched Reunion and Determination. Now, this series has gotten onto a well of a good start, and I gotta say, fellas, this series, well, it picks up, 3 years after the defeat of male Myotismon, am I correct?
Marlo Myotismon.
Yes, indeed. After we've seen the return of that Edward Cullen-looking thing. And I gotta say, it's a fun series. The animation, I gotta admit, in certain areas does seem like more of today's in certain areas, but with the other bits, it's like, well, brings back to a lot of the classic action. Now, I know in the first movie they don't scream out their attacks, but in the second movie they do. Don't know what's up with that, and maybe it's some sort of continuity problem, but I do feel that the characters are all there. It's all right, but it's an improvement. However, I don't see how this connects anyway to the epilogue from Season 2, at least until we saw a few hints throughout the movies, right?
I mean, it's kind of like right now, like the epilogue is supposed to happen, like, immediately, like the epilogue was taking place in, like, the future for these characters when they become adults and such, and to be honest, like, even, like, right now, they're just sort of kind of, like, playing it safe with, like, everything being, like, undercover. Like, it wasn't that, like, the Digimon world was being broadcasted to everyone at the end of 02, really. So, they could still have, like, that sort of secret element, except for the fact that they all conveniently forgot about the events that took place in 1999, with the whole Digimon world opening up in front of them at the end of Myotismon's arc.
Yeah, that does seem like they rather dropped the ball on that. That's where one of the few continuity errors comes in. I'm hoping that this series picks up and corrects those few errors. But something does bug me. Do you all remember one of the trailers? One of the trailers spoke of, this world has chosen the wrong reality and the wrong future. What does that mean?
It means that they didn't take the right pill.
Damn it!
Oh no, please don't let it be that sort of plot twist.
No. Let's hope not.
Because seriously, I'm just like, I've already been through one video game who decided to take that route, and let's just say I'm
It
still
didn't
messed
turn
up.
out that well. But,
Yeah.
however, I don't know what this could mean. This could mean that the epilogue is going to get rewritten in some way. And speaking of that epilogue, where were these new characters? Where was, like, Maiko and Meikumon, as well as, well, that undercover science teacher, can't remember his name to save my life, and that government woman. Where were these characters at the end of the epilogue? Are we going to see them? And more importantly, as of the second movie, apparently Taichi has met his wife. Well, considering that met his wife, considering that she's moved next to Taichi, and she got to see him in the hot spring. I can't believe that happened. Kind of actually brings back a callback to season 1, where with the kids, that hot spring scene with Mimi. Big callback to that. Speaking of callbacks, there are several great callbacks to the original series, and to the Digimon franchise overall. I'm not going to tell you what they are. You guys, the viewers, are going to have to find out for yourselves. But for those of you who do want to know, let's just say there were several comment tributes and areas to the original series. Like, you do see, what is it? Yes, spoiler alert ahead. The photo from that we see on Taichi's desk, the photo that they all took at the end of season 1. They even took a shot at Digimon the movie in the second one. Matt just explains that they couldn't even find a freaking computer. But speaking of the mystery, who is this demigoddess there's a new villain about? We've only been given several hints that there's an infected Digimon. What could this mean? Another new threat? And why wasn't... And again, this connects back with the epilogue. Why was this never mentioned? How many crises does it take to impact the real world? Because I'm getting the feeling, because I think, from what I remember, the government knows about the Digidestin and is keeping them undercover. I figured with an incident after what happened in the first movie, I thought the government would have stepped in, right? But that's not something that we might discuss later on. But however, let's talk about the character development, guys. What did you think of that? I mean, these characters are being fleshed out a bit more.
Well, to be honest, I feel like all the character development kind of went for determination. As for Reunion, that sort of stuff with one certain character didn't even get resolved when we got into determination, so they're still griping with like all that junk that they have going on. And the character I was talking about is Tai.
Yeah,
which
the big bush head got a haircut. And I gotta say, the character development, some places it's very well done. Some, it's slow. And for some, it moves at a pace that feels like it's been put on 1.5 speed. Well, my name, no pun intended. But, yeah, the character development. The main character of the original series, Taichi, has started thinking about the consequences of his actions. That's something we never saw. That's something I thought they may have picked up on in 02. But we never saw how much collateral damage that Digimon could have on the real world. We never saw that. But we see it now, and that's wonderful. Heck, we even see that Joe has wanted nothing to do with Digimon, but in the second movie, he picks up the fight again and picks up his reason as to why he wants to do this again. That's something I never thought to expect. Like, you see some of the members are jaded by what's been going on, and they forget their reason, and they pick it up right up again. Now, if we were in that situation ourselves, like we had years of experience, what would we have done? Would we have picked up the fight after years of that battling, or would we have just tried to be normal and stayed out of it? What do you two think? Okay, this just got very serious. I'm sorry to have put that up there, but I'm honestly asking, what would you have done in their shoes?
Honestly, for me, I mean, I would actually be one of those go-getters that would just jump right back into action. Like, it would be like second memory to me.
And what about you, Missy?
Well, I'd like to believe that if I had been teleported into a digital world filled with monsters that were trying to kill me, it inevitably came a big part of my life, and I figured, what the hell, why don't I just go back and see how many new ways they've come up with to try and kill me?
For me, had this situation gone... If a situation has gone south, and if a Digimon's threatening it, my partner and I definitely would try to stop this. We wouldn't be avoiding this. It's like... You can't... You can avoid so much, but eventually it's going to weigh on your mind, and you've got to do something. Now, about the anime... Now, let's talk about... The O2 kids for a minute, since we're still talking about the characters.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? The Digimon Emperor is back, but no one seems to have mentioned the O2 kids. From what we know, that the government woman asked them to step in. But something's gone wrong. What is going on? Why are the O2 kids taken out so suddenly? Especially after Season 2, where we've seen them win fight after fight. And especially them having Imperialdramon, the most powerful Digimon in their arsenal. What happened? That's something pretty ominous, isn't it?
Seriously, it's almost like they just basically was like, oh, let's sweep under the rug what happened in O2, you know? I mean, like, it's not like everyone who doesn't like the original series is going to care for O2. I mean, look at all what happened at the fandom wars. We don't want to bring up those memories.
Oh, Missy, that does seem like it could be a rather big cleanup, don't you think?
Yeah, I really don't want to be cleaning up the aftermath to that mess.
Oh, no. And another new character that does show up. Maiko, however you pronounce it. With her, where did she get the Digivice? More importantly, was she present at the events of the summer camp? Where did she get hers? And more importantly, her Digimon. It seems like at the end of the second movie, it's up to something. That cat is up to something. I don't know what. But if this all links back to Demigoras, we could be in for big trouble. And and I gotta say, these new characters, they're fresh, they're new. It's a new take, another point of view into our world. It's like once the new kids watch the new series, they'll jump back to the original series. Basically, I think the new characters are just basically us, the audience, and we get to see the adventure through their eyes. But honestly, what was your reception of Maiko? Honestly,
She's how should I put this? Some people might have mentioned her as a bit of like a Mary Sue in a sense.
oh no, not that buzzword.
But for me, it's honestly, she feels a bit
Fluttershy-ish.
Yeah, she's a bit Fluttershy-ish, a bit too reserved, a bit too passive.
It's a standard trope in these things.
Yeah, I mean, considering the
It's
fact
like
that
she's a female version of Joe, almost.
No, Joe's not really that passive. He's a bit more clumsier and a bit more. He could be a bit more louder than like the typical shy person. But like for Meiku, she's a more she's more like hands off unless it's like activities focus in the real world. Like with what happened at Determination.
Oh yeah, big time. And oh my gosh, all I will say is, Mimi, you flirt. She's gotten more and more Pinkie Pie-ish.
Seriously?
And more outgoing. Actually, that's the thing. When Pinkie Pie ever came out, there was Mimi. Okay, before Pinky and Rarity. She's a combination of both of them. The fashionista and the, how should I put it?
Bubbly.
The outgoing girl. Think about it, though. Think about it, Missy. Think about that. Think about it. Mimi's outgoing side. Seem
Well,
familiar?
she did like to wear pink.
She did, and she still does. And she is ever present the outgoing person.
Yeah, I do
Honestly,
remember she did have that kind of personality in the first and second season.
Still cheery as ever.
Yeah, until a giant whale is impaled and she gives him an actual grave.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Never forget. Never forget the
Speaking of
That's okay, they all came back to life anyway.
speaking of recently, as of what I found out, the singer of the Digimon Japanese openings, Wada Koji, passed on.
Oh man, that blows.
We lost him to cancer,
That
And-
really sucks.
and I was hit hard with it.
I really loved that song so much, and I even loved the new one that they did for Try.
Especially with the.
I think I mostly like the lower pitch of this newer version.
Oh yeah, the lower pitch. Yeah, definitely. And so I'm dedicating this roundtable discussion to him.
Yeah, got any personal history on the guy?
I've listened to a lot of his music from his over the seasons, and he did the songs for some of Transformers, and a lot of his music for me. Anytime I'm like down, I'll listen to Butterfly, or when I feel fired up, I'll listen to Digimon Frontier's Fire. I thought that music helped. Not to mention, it's got that energy that will really bring you out of the doldrums, so to speak. And I thought I'd dedicate, and as a Digimon fan, and as someone who does listen to his music, this one's for him.
Honestly, I felt it was very weird how he didn't do the openings for both Cross Wars or Cross Hunters.
Yeah, that is kind of strange, though. Usually, that series is the odd one out.
And to be honest, like the Cross Hunters opening, it's kind of on like the tops of my list for Digimon openings, actually.
Oh, Never Give Up. Yes. Now,
No, are you sure that was the name of it? I thought it was Shine On.
no, it's Never Give Up.
Yeah.
I should know. I listened to that song multiple times.
I think he did so many songs for so many of the intros, like he did them for 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5.
He did all of them?
He did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Wow,
Indeed.
that's cool. I admit I never I don't have too many fond memories of the 4th and 5th Japanese opening. I was kind of familiar with the English version of the 4th one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now I remember. The 5th opening in Japanese, that one for the second half. So good.
Oh,
Like, easily.
yeah.
Like, it's like, for like that 5th series Data Squad, or Saviors if you're in Japan, it is just so energy drawing.
I think there was
And-
something about the tone of his voice that really fit with the instrumentals and the visuals while
Oh,
the
yeah.
scenario was playing out. Like, when you're hearing Braveheart, you see all of the
Oh,
flashy animation that's being thrown at you when they
He
digivolve.
wasn't the one who sang Braveheart. Braveheart was sung by Yumi Miyazaki, the guy who sang all the battle songs.
Wait, really?
But Wada Koji did Braveheart live for several of his audiences in concerts.
Oh, I thought that the two sound really alike.
No kidding. But
I never knew that until tonight, when I decided
until
to
tonight,
appear on this
actually,
cast.
Speaking of Digimon artists, this one is also in honor of Paul Gordon, who did some of the score for Digimon the movie.
Paul Gordon?
Paul Gordon.
Oh. Was he doing the English version of the movie?
He was doing the English version of the movie, And one of the songs he did was let's see, I hope this is it.
If we take our time and we stick together.
He did "Let's Kick It Up," the song where Omnimon came in.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about that. The Royal Knights. Holy crap! I was not expecting to see Alphamon in there.
Hey,
Okay,
Especially after seeing Digimon X Evolution.
Oh my god, X Evolution. Like,
Just-
you don't get me started on that movie. Like, seriously, I was wondering why everyone was staying away from it, but when I was watching, I was completely hooked with the CGI, the non-traditional storyline for it, and how Delulumon essentially became Alphamon at the end, and I'm like, Alphamon, you struck my heart. I want you.
yeah, Paul Gordon did the music for that.
No, he didn't. There was the Japan. Paul Gordon did the music for Digimon the movie. He did it. That was a kludge of 3 different movies, if I recall right.
Hey, was Paul Gordon involved with that horrendous Digirap?
No.
Oh, thank God. No one wants to be associated with that travesty.
No.
The thing that makes your brain fall out through your ear.
Yeah, and a lot of the songs from Digimon that were, like "Let's Kick It," up, and "Here We Go," or "One Week." A lot of those songs were very iconic. I got to admit. And the Royal Knights showing up, or at least 2 of them. Where now? I'm piqued. Now the mystery sets in. Not just the mystery of Demigoddess, but why they're there. And they're taking out infected Digimon. Now, if the Royal Knights have anything, if these are the Royal Knights of the Adventure universe, oh boy, the Adventure team is going to be in for a big fight. Especially with Alphamon.
There's going to be a ton of explosions.
Oh my god. And you know what? Speaking of, now that we were talking on music and the Royal Knights, oh my god, the score, especially heard in Reunion, especially the big scene at the end of the movie, where Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon become Omnim. Oh, the score is phenomenal. It really does everything throughout the movies. It's a score that feels like it is a Digimon movie. It is a Digimon show. There are areas where it feels like it's an actual TV series, but there are parts where it does remind you that it's a movie. And especially at the end with the fight between Omnimon and Alphamon, which the animation was beautiful for that, but the score, the orchestral version of Braveheart, which is, did not expect. What did either of you see that fight?
I'm sorry, I don't think I have.
The fight between Omnimon and Alphamon.
In X Evolution?
Not X Evolution, the one in Tri.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I gotta say, I'm like, Digimon X Evolution, this is the rematch.
Oh god, yes. Oh god, it's just,
Okay, no, for you viewers in here, take a shot for every time something stupid and hilarious happens to go on in this thing.
But,
You know what we should do? We should take a shot every time Lionmon ends up dying. We would not survive.
Oh, no, he's died, like, Leomon is, like, died 3 times in separate series. He died in Adventure, he died in, Tamers, I believe?
He's died more times than Krillin.
Okay.
He's killing me. It's true, though. It's true.
No. Here's the thing. He's died in Adventure. He's died in 02. He's died in Tamers. He's actually died in in Frontier. Okay, and in Data Squad, he died right up there in the finale.
That is literally more times than Krillin.
And in Cross Wars, he died in the very second episode as Mad Leomon.
Does anyone even cry at his death scenes anymore?
He's gotten killed. That's a lot less than Optimus, honestly.
Hmm. Seriously, they make it a tradition. Like, seriously, I've seen traditions of like having animal creatures die. Just look at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh god.
Oh god, those scenes would utterly make Fluttershy cry. But
sorry.
actually, though, back on point. Now that you brought up the subject of Leomon, the homages throughout this, like you do get shots from the original series, and to any of the other series. Like, for example, when Taichi's struggling to get out of bed, on his paper you see one vision. That's Gallantmon's song from Digimon Tamers. And you do get various hints, like a flashback to the episode where Wargreymon and Melgarurumon first appeared. And it's like, hey, this series is I think I know what they're saying with these homages. They're saying this is still the same series, it's been bright, it's maybe slightly darker, but it's still the same series for you fans. And yeah, it is catered to the adult fans, but you can tell there's moments of levity where you could tell this is like the 90s all over again. The humor, it can be a little bad, a little ill-timed at best, but it does get the point across. Like, for instance, something that we've never revealed before. Izzy having a crush on Mimi. Well...
Mm-hmm.
And something else, too. That he is a bit of a genius. And he always has been, but I've never seen him work to the level of, like, you could actually store your Digimon in a computer. That's brilliant.
Well, I mean, like, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth kind of already has that feature in it. So
I think that's another homage, too. And the goggles. Oh my gosh. Taichi's goggles.
They made the goggles useful. No way.
Other than the fact that the only time they ever were actually useful is any other time that the Digimon gang happened to be in water. And
Wouldn't those things have worn out by now?
Those aren't the original goggles. The original goggles got passed on to Davis, who may or may not be killed off at this point.
Huh.
And yes, the goggles finally do something.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I want to talk a little bit about like some of like the abridges that have been taking place for Digimon Adventure Try.
I just want to say, unless those goggles reflected a death beam, I will never give a shit for them.
And that is why Marcus is awesome. He needed them, and he punches Digimon for a living.
Oh yeah, Marcus, yeah, that guy. Oh boy, his character was very Yusuke Urameshi.
Oh, come on! You can't complain about someone with
I'm not
Yusuke
complaining, I'm saying it's a fresh new take.
Hmm.
And he's voiced by Quentin Flynn, of all things.
Quentin Flynn?
Quentin Flynn. Yep, he was the voice of Axel on Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh my god, I swear that guy is everywhere these days.
He was also the voice of Spider-Man in Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Oh. Even Peter Parker silhouette. Nice.
Yep. And I gotta say, now that you've picked up on it, the cast, the acting's wonderful. I mean, even the new voice, they couldn't do the original actors because these characters are older now and they needed to sound, well, not like they're in middle school or in elementary school anymore. And I gotta say, the casting choices are wonderful. I mean, they picked, for a newcomer, for Taichi, but Mao Ichimichi, who was in, Psycho-Pass and Kaizo Sentai Gokaiger? Wow! And they even brought back an alum from Mao's series. Wow. To play Joe. By the way, are any of you surprised that Joe has a girlfriend?
Wait, what?
Did you not pick it up in the series? Joe's got a girlfriend.
When did that happen?
Oh, great. UnovaBrony.exe has stopped working.
I think we need to replace his filter.
Unova? Buddy?
I
Buddy?
just need to rethink a couple of things about my own life now.
Even Joe from Digimon is doing better than most of us combined. Let that sink into your brain and strive to remain standing.
Oh god, I can tell Patchy's gonna when she here's this is gonna be. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not bring this up to Pashy.
But anywho, just like what I was trying to say for like the Bridge series, like I didn't even picked up in like they made like an interesting interaction like when they were bridging like reunion, like Izzy had a crush on Mimi, but then like and when the determination came out, it's like, oh my god, they actually predicted that.
And not to mention, in determination, Mimi popped in on him in the spa room.
Oh god.
Oh
god.
my.
All the material.
All the shipping.
Oh god, don't get me started on shipping. Just oh god.
No.
What the story in the first place? I want to go back.
No. But let's talk about the pacing. But how pacing for you?
Okay, honestly, for Determination, it was wonderful pacing. For Reunion, it was a bit slow.
Yeah, and for me, in some places, yes, it is a bit slow because it's like a typical high school type anime, and it does give you a little bit of time for you to get to know, like, reintroduce yourself to the characters, to know them as if you've gotten them, and bring speed.
Hey guys, we're kind of breaking up around here.
Oh no! It's okay. It's some of the signals a little nutty. Now, the pacing for me is fun and it's at least spaced out. At least nothing's crammed in. And as for what did you guys think of the music? Some of it's like felt very old school, like a very 90s, the way the music is, especially during the humor bit. But most of it was kind of wonderful. Like it does have that old school Digimon ring, but it does present something new to it as well. Am I right? Well, I know most reviewers don't pay attention to the music, but I do.
No, it's like the ultimate scene in like Determination, that was kind of a huge point for me. Like I was just like, oh gosh, over everything in that scene.
Especially the fact that oh yeah, those scenes. Speaking of that, the Digivolution sequences.
Oh man, those are amazing.
Talk about an update. The sequences back in the old series, you just had them spinning around and then become the big monster. Well, that's for the champion levels. As for what happened in the series nowadays, it's a more updated sequence, and those sequences blew me away, really.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of them, Unova?
Okay, like the sequences, like they're definitely a lot more upgraded in which like it has like an actual colorful background, not going for like the backdrop aesthetic. Like essentially having like the Digimon essentially be like transforming its data inside of like the egg cocoon to essentially become their champions, but then also having like tributes to like their quests when they become like their ultimate stages was also a very nice treat. But then when they go into Mega, it's just like, Okay, we just broke boundaries now. And the animation clearly shows it.
The animation is definitely a wonderful thing. However, in some places, it does feel like it goes too much into that high school drama animation, where the pacing is the animation does get a little slow. But it does feel. But then in other places, it feels like a shonen anime, especially with the battle fights. Holy crap, the choreography on those. But the Digivolution sequences, especially. Yes, Wargreymon and Metal Garurumons, when they become those little balls of light and they swirl around and form an Omnimon, that's just beautiful. Like, especially against a dark background like that. Wow. And do they hold up anything to the original Digivolution sequences, or do they just blow them out of the water?
Blow them out of the water.
Blow them out of the water.
Yeah, I can tell you about everything that makes these newer ones so much better.
Oh, yeah, the animation is definitely there. That just goes to show how many... I can't speak. It just goes to show on the level of just how far the animation's come since the 90s. The 90s animation, you can tell beautiful, the backgrounds, but the characters themselves, very stiff and very restricted. That's because of budgets and because animation techniques weren't all that well there. Usually the smoother animation techniques would be reserved for something like the movies, right? Like movies like something for Hayao Miyazaki and other Japanese animation works.
Yeah, they usually save the more expensive stuff for when they want to get their money back with a budget.
And the Digivolution sequences for when they go Mega definitely were worth it back then.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, because it's essentially warp speed digivolving.
Warp speed digivolving. My name's Lightspeed. Thank you for making a pun on my name. But yeah, the new sequences are definitely blow them out of the water. And wow, I was not expecting that to just take my expectations from take what was my 90s and update them, give them a new distinct look. All I can say is, yeah, the animation's definitely there. Now, about the plot format, how did you guys feel about like the plot lining, the way these episodes were moving?
You mean the two movies?
The two movies, the plot line is, while these kids are still getting back into the action, there's a big evil going around. How did you feel about like that plot line? Because I don't know what plot structure these things are flowing, but if the first one felt like a school drama, and then it goes from that to a typical classic Saturday morning anime. In a very light speed, no doubt. Wait, did I just say that? Light speed? Really? Did I really just say that, Missy?
You got yourself, man.
I just said that. Never thought I... And then the second one, still more casual, but it moves slower into the action. The action's a bit better.
Oh, I also have to bring out a point. Like the fact that both Palmon from the first season and Flowmon from like the 5th season's final evolution are both the same.
Really?
For their Mega Evolution, Rosemon.
Yeah, Rosemon. I'm like, well, it's about dang time she got onto the playing field.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with no Yoshi this time.
Yeah, without Yoshino this time. I just caught that. And for Vikemon, well, talk about pulling out the Vikings. And funny enough, I am a Leif Erikson Viking, so alum. So
Honestly, honestly, Vikemon fixes a lot of issues I had with Zudomon when he first appeared in Season 1. How, like, distinctly different he was from Gomamon and Kakumon. But it essentially combines Zudomon's attributes with Kakumon to essentially form the perfect package. The most logical evolution one can assume from Gomamon.
And the Norse mythology piled on with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised as to how much Norse mythology peeked its way into Digimon. Yggdrasil, and Vikemon and Zudomon. I'm surprised as to how much of the mythology is there and makes it its own.
Yeah, seriously, like, I can't believe, like, how we had Yggdrasil for both, like, one of the seasons,
And for one,
featuring, and one of the movies.
and for one of the big CGI movies that never got to debut in America, unfortunately.
Because literally no connection to the,
To the
anime style.
And actually, speaking of that, these storylines, the way these storylines, it's like they know a kid can take it. They know it's a storyline kids can be serious about. They can get caught up in the drama like any other one would. The story itself, the plot lines are great. Although however, if the high school drama bits of it, the pacing isn't your speed, it's a bit slow and it can bore you. That's what I think on that. On the storyline's pacing. And the story itself, I like that. The kids are coming back together. You can see that some of them have reservations on it. That's good character development. And you see that these kids are still trying to get back into the action. You can tell by the way some of the Digimon fight. They haven't done this in a long, long time. And they're a little rusty, just like any veteran would. And all I can say is some of the stuff in this show. Wow, I thought I knew everything about the show, but this takes everything I knew about the show and adds more to it. I mean, it gets your money's worth in knowing that these characters are still the same, yet there's something completely new, something that will make you think. Like, for instance, Izzy being a little bit of an insomniac, staying up late just to make some gadgets and such. Now, while making the gadgets part could be something out of an anime, but staying up late? Could that be a call to the YouTubers who have watched online, having to stream all the episodes before watching these movies?
I don't think for that, but, like, what Izzy's conflict really is like a lot more of, like, an active mind with a lot of ideas that wants to let it all out. And in some cases, it may take up a lot of energy that they want to be transferred into sleep.
Like how some YouTubers have ambitious big reviews, but they're trying to do everything all at once. And as for Yamato and Taichi's conflict, let's talk about how the big reverse of it that is. How big that is. Because in the original series, Tai wanted to be the one to do all the action, whereas Yamato was thinking of the consequences. For you guys, is it weird that this is it's the reverse, like roles are reversed suddenly?
Well, it's kind of more of like Matt or Yamato, as you want to call him. He learned about that Tai was a very good leader at the past and still carries those morals even now. But for Tai, he's now just kind of accepting that new reality that he didn't think for himself when he was younger.
Just as we all are. That's a representation of how we all think when we were kids, but we still need like that creative thinking, that outside unorthodox thinking that we all have when we were kids, and put it out in our more current, mature lives. What did you think, MisAnthroPony? What did you think of the roles reversing?
Well, I think it was interesting to see that these different characters were actually switching their growth in some way. Like, it mirrors what we've seen from them previously.
It does mirror it mirrors them. It does, and it does call back to when they were younger. Because honestly, when I saw the two fighting, I thought, I honestly was thinking back to when I was a kid. I was like, and one of them's gonna swing a fist. Okay, that didn't happen. Good.
Yeah, Ty and Joe were always getting into fist fights.
No, not Ty and Joe.
Taiji and Matt.
Oh,
Ty
no,
and
no,
Matt.
I'm sorry, I got the name wrong. Ty and
Oh
Matt.
my
It was
God.
definitely...
Imagine if Joe was like the one fighting. It's like, Joe, what the heck? You're supposed to be the mature one of the group.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of Matt, but I said Joe.
Is it because you both wear glasses?
Yeah, let's just agree that Ty and Matt got into a lot of fist fights.
Yeah, kids tend to do that. And I gotta say, Joe, being the one who has the most responsibility, is the one ducking out of his responsibilities. He feels that his time is done, but in reality, fate is telling him he's still got one more fight. He's still got one more in him.
And it
And he
will
doesn't-
be against his evil twin.
His evil twin. Yo.
No, but seriously, that would be a pretty good twist.
Yes.
Yeah, the reviewing community is gonna get. Oh God, the Digimon fans are definitely gonna get their money's worth out of this review.
I thought this was a round table.
Yeah, this is. It's a big discussion. And honestly, Joe, I found it to be. I don't know if this is. I don't know if I'm wording this right. Is it ironic that he happens to be, since he was the one who was most responsible, he happens to be ditching his responsibilities as a Digidestin? I don't know if that could be considered ironic, or if that's. But that's what I thought. Oh, he's trying to move on, but fate's not telling him to. I can kind of relate to that, like something's telling you that you want to move past something, but fate's telling you, no, you got to settle this problem. You can't duck out of it. Well, that's good for Joe, isn't it? That shows that he's still growing into his role as a person of responsibility, right?
Yeah.
I mean, MisAnthroPony, you could probably relate to that a little bit, given how sometimes fate can tell you you need to do this sort of thing, and you feel like you don't want to, but you know deep down you've got to.
Sometimes it's like, oh my God, what is that? It just came to my head and it left me.
Well,
Let me think. Wait. I think. Damn it. Wait. Instinct. I think it's a natural instinct when you really think something over and you're thinking to yourself that you're only going to get one chance in your life to make this kind of decision. And natural instinct is going to make you choose one decision over the other, and you're going to do it really, really fast. Because you're not given a lot of time to think over this. This is your only chance to make a decision on something this big.
And that's what Joe has been going through. And at the end of it, Joe realized he was ducking all of his responsibilities, and he stepped up like any other person would. Like any other mature person would. Like, they feel like, yeah, they don't want to do it, but eventually this is going to catch up to them, and they've got to do something. It often takes a really big point. Like in this case, Gomamon getting hurt to make Joe realize that he can't put this off for very long. And he's got to step up, no matter what.
Yeah, it's going to take more than toilet paper to solve this problem.
Oh, yeah, given more times, how many times he stepped in that? And Mimi.
Actually, I was referring to the times that he would use it as a band-aid. If you remember, that actually happened.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember if that's actually... Yeah, and as for Mimi, like I said earlier, she's one of the prototypes for Pinky. The same vivacious kind of behavior, same cheery attitude, but unlike but she does have a rarity side to her. But sometimes, like Pinky, she knows when to get serious, and and when it came to Joe, it's like, huh? She knows how to put her foot down. Know what I'm saying? That girl, she may be spunky, she may be cheery, but you piss her off, watch out. Yeah. So, now, what would you say would be your favorite part of the movies, if you guys have any favorite parts?
I think it would be wrong to, there's so much about the movie that it would be wrong to pick a single thing unless you really, really go over it.
Actually, it would have to... Unova, do you have a big favorite part before I get to mine?
I mean, to be honest, it's like, I already kind of mentioned it being like the whole reveal of Vikemon and Rosemon for like Mimi and Joe, and it's just like, and that fight against like what I assume to be
Imperial Dramon.
Yes, very virus-infected Imperial Dramon, and also his fighter mode, so it's like, yeah.
For me, oh my god, Omnimon coming back. That was big, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was something... that was something I never thought I'd expect. I mean, I'm still gushing about it to this day. I'm sorry if I'm stammering or if I'm going... I'm just trying to contain myself a little bit, unlike UnovaBrony over here. Yeah, that was a great fight. I mean, especially when he unleashed his Gray Sword and his Garuru Cannon. I'm like... The last time I saw him do this was when he fought Diaboromon. But in the real world, the second time round? Oh, crud.
Dang it!
I was like, holy crap, I never knew he had a lot of firepower. You know what I'm saying?
Everything...
He's never held back. I mean, yeah, given from what I've seen in Digimon X Evolution. But dang, he's got a lot of firepower in that cannon.
I mean, like in both instances before this, they were all in the digital world or the internet, and you wouldn't see like the damage because like it wasn't affecting the real world, so he could let it all out. But in the real world, it's like, oh god, you should have realized that everything else to exemplify that power was in a safe spot from us. So yeah. Yeah, the fight with Omegamon, while it does have the big implication that the United Nations are going to step in, it's still an awesome fight. It's the highlight for me. Unless they have Alphamon and Omnimon and all the Megas team up against the big bad guy, I think this is the one that makes it for me. Even though I do have to agree with MisAnthroPony that there is a moment that cannot be chosen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only way this could be more badass if they started shooting skyscrapers out of their cannons.
Or throwing them. I mean, come on. We already referenced Quentin Flynn from Kingdom Hearts. Why not go full on out?
No. Why destroy property when you can just make up your own as a weapon?
That is true. Now, the implications of Alphamon being in this, now that I think about that fight... No, wait. Actually, the infected Digimon was actually the next thing. I will say this. Kawagamon? Do you ever bother dropping? You are one hell of a stubborn bug. I gotta say, Kawagamon, what did you guys think when he came back?
And it's like, oh, hello again, old enemy friend. Oh god, there you're still after us. Ah!
I was about to, oh my god, that was actually pretty darn, that was, yeah, I gotta admit, Kawagamon, way to bring us back to the show. Am I right, fellas? I mean, way to bring us back all the way to our childhoods to remember that first time. First time. Why did I get the feeling one of my viewers is going to make a dirty comment about what I just said? But, yeah, it brings us back to the first episode, and I thought that was a wonderful introduction to get us back into the show, get us all the way here, and I can't wait to see what's next. I can't wait. You know? So overall, you guys, final thoughts, and we'll start off with Poke Breath over here.
Okay, now, well, to be honest, like, Digimon Adventure Try is basically, like, when it first started out, a lot of people with the nostalgia for Digimon was clamoring over for it, like, supporting, like, more episodes for it. However, for me, one who kind of already lives with his childhood, already in the front focus, so I won't really have, like, any nostalgia goggles on me. But, seriously, like, it started out decently, if a bit slow. But then when we finally get some Mega Evolutions for, like, some of the side, for some of the main characters, I'm like, thank you. Now they won't feel so unequal, because it's like, it's been one big gripe for me, like, for a lot of the series, that except for Tamers, Data Squad,
the original team is a little underplayed. It's like the original Power Rangers getting so underplayed, or so underpowered, so to speak. And Missy, want thoughts on that?
You want to know what I think? I think we need more flashbacks. Make the entire movie 2 hours long and just have half of it shitty flashbacks. Just make it a bunch of filler with stuff that we already know, because we need to be reminded. We need the extra nostalgia.
We definitely. And for me, overall, the pacing, for the first movie, the pacing may not be for you. It's a little slow in some places. Determination can get a little less. Well, it's got a less of that. It's got more of the fun that we all know. The fight choreography, wonderful. The character development, I have to give it. What would you guys have to give the character development here?
Okay, character development, I would have to give it, in my own rating system, I would give it a good, because of, like, how good it was over in Determination. Like, so far, we're still kind of in the midst for tie, so, yeah, it doesn't go to, like, great or top tier.
Yeah.
Or in number terms, like, just 7.5 out of 10.
For me, the character development, it's kind of a wonderful thing. But although in some places it does feel like the other characters are being left out. I mean, you've got, like, what, 8 main characters here. I thought they would get the equal treatment.
9 main characters.
9, now that we've got Meiku, I forgot about that. oh god, all the Maiko fans are gonna come after me now.
I'm sure they're not gonna be very plentiful.
Hey guys, you do know that my bragging about how we need more flashbacks was a joke, right?
Yeah, so... Missy,
yeah, the last thing we need is for this to turn into Naruto.
Oh, Naruto. When will you learn? Flashbacks it if you already shown it to us before, or it's been only a few days ago before you show us the flashback material.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, yeah. But the last thing we need is a lot of the filler. We don't need any of the big flashy flashback stuff. But minimal is fine. But I will have to say, overall, this is probably for me a 7 out of 10. At best. There's still some areas that need
Oh my god, I hear the cops. They're coming for me.
Run! Run, everyone! The Popo's on us! Get him!
I think that's what MisAnthroPony gets for plotting world domination behind Pashy's back.
Pashy already knew. She just was waiting for his weakness to come out.
But yeah, it's a 7 out of 8 for me, so what about you, Unova?
Well, right now, just like for like the character development, I'm gonna give it a good rating. It's good. It's good for so far. It's not the. They could do a bit more better, like pacing wise, if they want to still keep like the high school thing going on. Like, I don't know, like maybe reduce it somewhat. I'm not saying to like fully remove it, because like some of the best parts in Determination was actually the whole development with Mimi, such as like learning to like let herself go a bit, and like in her like taking charge of a project and such. And for Joe, essentially like him feeling with like his constant ignorance of like the problem, essentially.
Indeed.
So, mm-hmm.
And Missy, what did you, anything else?
Well, as far as I know, it looks really, really nice. I really don't use a number rating system, because there's not too much to say if you use that for everything, but as far as I know, the series looks really, really nice, and I can't wait to see what else is done with it.
Well, for me, it is a 7 out of 10. I can't, and like all the rest of us, we all can't wait to see what goes on. I can't wait to see the adventure Digivolve once again, even though it may not be the same without Wada Koji.
Well,
He'll fly. May he and Black War Greymon watch over the earth.
Yeah, I'm sure he's singing all the songs that he likes right now.
Oh, gosh. And him and Paul Gordon are just rocking out together.
Yep, they're doing so awesome right now.
Mm-hmm. So, here we go. Outro time. So, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
and this is UnovaBrony over here.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and out. You did not time that very well.
I bet we could just re-edit the ending. Okay, let's this again. Alright now. This is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony.
This is MisAnthroPony. Over and
Over
out.
now.
Stop! You keep screwing it up. Get your timing right. Come on.
Come on, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Jinx, you owe me a soda, Unova. Alright, here we go. Alright. So once again, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
I just really wanted to mess with you that third time.
Oh,
Blooper parts are going to be cut out of it, but here we go.
God. Okay.
This is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and out. I still don't think we got it.
He comes in a second late. One more time, we can do this, boys. We can do this.
Some people say fifth time's the charm.
I'm going throttle you like Homer Simpson. Alright. Here we go. Alright. This is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and out. For fuck's sake!
You timed it too late! Just give yourself a silent counter when it after MisAnthroPony, like 3 seconds, and we all say it together, okay? Unova, you got it?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
I'm the one that's off track. No, you're the one off track.
Alright, you know what? 1, 2, 3. Over and out.
Oh.
Alright, what if we just, you want to add a 4 to that? We could just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do it together.
Alright.
Okay.
Just make sure to silently count. Alright. This is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and...
out.
Oh! Oh my god!
You had
What
one
did you
die.
not count down, man?
I got you getting silently, like, brutally count down.
What number were you counting from? Were you counting from 26? Hey, you know what, man? You don't even have to worry about 26. You don't have to worry about 50. You got all the time in the world to say this at the right moment. What? This is like the 8th time we failed? Because you weren't fast enough? Even lightning speed wasn't fast enough. He cannot time it with me, okay?
No, we can't time. We're trying to do this all together, so...
Okay,
Alright.
let's do this again.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Alright, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and out. Are you serious? Are you serious? Why can't you do one job?
My tongue. Okay, those two say it fine, but I missed because I was like,
I only messed up once. I don't know about you.
alright, let's get this.
Alright.
Why do I have a feeling this is like an ADR studio? Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now to wrap up this review, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony.
Over and out.
What you didn't instigate anything.
Sorry.
I didn't even say it.
Alright. You know what? I'll do the countdown audio, vocally. You could just edit that out. So,
Okay, so now we're really going to count down.
we're really gonna count down on this one.
Okay, are we going to do it on 3 or 4?
4.
Okay, 4.
Alright, so now, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And his name is John Cena.
I knew we were gonna do that one. I knew we were gonna do that one.
Oh no!
So this is the blooper reel, folks. This is the blooper reel for the end. I do have a feeling this is gonna be MisAnthroPony is gonna be like highlights from a roundtable discussion.
I like it. It's gonna be like it's gonna be subsequently his most popular videos. Like these guys can't catch a break.
All right, let's do this. And I know he's gonna cut off the countdown.
No, I'm just gonna do it straightforward this time because I really just want to go to bed.
All right.
Okay. Ready?
This is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Over and we still fucked it up.
I started.
You were saying it slower than usual. I was keeping up with the old pace when you were saying over and out.
more time. Let's get this done.
Okay.
Calm down, boys.
Uh-huh.
Alright. So to wrap up this review, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Over and out. Oh no! 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 No!
Why did you say it? Why did you say it before, Missy? I was following you, Lights! Lights! You failed!
I was counting off of 4. I went on 4, and then you...
You said it before, Missy! You messed me up, Lights!
You know, but that was for you!
That was for me?
He counted up to 4. You were supposed to do it on 4.
4. Yes!
Oh, wait a minute, I'm finishing something up.
This is definitely the for real. Chill, Homesky.
Okay.
Okay. And, alright. So, to wrap up this review, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Over and...
Okay, I think that's the best that we got it.
I didn't even finish.
Oops. Alright. One more try.
Okay.
One more try. At least this time it wasn't Unova who messed up.
Excuse me. You're the one who's been messing up most of the times.
Okay, good point.
Our
Alright.
voice has to sync.
We have to sync, fellas.
We have to sing, guys.
Okay, I think it's best if we... MisAnthroPony, you can go live, right? So that way you can see me count down off my fingers. All of you.
Yes, I can turn on my camera. No, you can turn on yours.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Ready?
Let's do this, fellas, because I am
Okay.
dying here.
Alrighty then.
For the umpteenth time. Alright, here we go. So to wrap up this review, this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Over and out. Unova, why do you keep coming in late?
You...
I was coming in when Lightspeed was coming in from my feed. Oh my god.
Oh, Skype's having weird timing issues, isn't it?
Oh.
Was that really it the whole time?
I think it's because of timing, because of the feedback on our different audios.
I cannot believe that the whole... Fuck you, Skype.
Microsoft later received a big angry letter from MisAnthroPony detailing all the things wrong with its non-instant communication methods.
You know what? Fuck it. What if we just took turns saying over and out and I will mix them together?
Alright.
Then, okay,
This has
let's
gone
go
on
ahead
for way too fucking long. I'm gonna break my ass sitting on this.
I'm sorry. Alright. So here...
and-
Alright, so we do this, and then we all say over and out, one at a time.
yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Who
So
goes
to wrap up
first?
this review- Alright, so this is Lightspeed of Lightspeed Reviews.
This is UnovaBrony from Unova Studies.
And this is MisAnthroPony. Over and out.